All right, so welcome to our webinar on AZinsight What's New. We are excited to have you join us today for an exploration of the latest features on AZinsight. Right? We had added some features the last couple of months, so we want to show some of the features that we had added. I will walk you through these recent updates, right? So if you had any question, you can use the chat function, right? To ask me anything. Let's just wait a moment so other user is joining. Right. Hello, Greg. Welcome. We are just starting. So let's begin. The first feature that I want to or we want to showcase is the FBA inbound shipping profile. Maybe you are familiar with that. Before implementing this on AZinsight, it was only possible to use one profile, right? One single profile for everything. That was not very easy or allowed for freedom, right? To calculate, to customize site calculations. So we implemented the API shipping profiles to allow user to have a better option when dealing with multiple, for example, type of shipments, products. So with this inbound profile, user can create distinct shipping profile for different products, shipping services, whether you are using different carriers or need to calculate costs for different types of shipment. These features allow you to ensure that you remain accurate and allow you more customization on your calculations. But you might ask, if you're not familiar with this, how do I use this? Well, let me just show you. I'm just going to share my screen. All right, so if you see my screen, if you don't see my screen, let me know. But if you see my screen, we are on Amazon right now. So to access this feature of the inbound shipping profiles, we need to go to settings, and then on calculator settings. Down here, we have the API inbound shipping. You can see that I had several profiles here. I'm just going to add a new one. Just going to add a new profile, right? You can see here that we can select a different cost of shipping for hazardous products. Another user is showing. So you can see here that we can add a cost for hazardous products here and for normal products as well. Just going to add some random value and I'm going to save this. So you can see that the new profile has been added to the list. But how do we use this profile? Well, you can select the active profile and AZinsight is going to use that profile as the default one. Let's see this in action. So if we go to calculator, right, we can select the profile down here. We can select, for example, the default one, or we can select the profile number 3, or the profile number 5. But you can see that each time that I select a new profile, AZinsight is going to calculate the inbound shipping cost again. So it does this on the go. So this allows you to quickly see have a good view of how much maybe you are going to pay for inbound shipping using a different service or using a different type of shipment. A different type of shipment. All these on the go. So this is one of the features that we have added on the last couple of months. Another feature, or maybe, well, not a new feature, but an upgrade on a feature that we already had, is the autocomplete pointers. Maybe you are not familiar with the custom formulas on AZinsight. If you're not familiar, let me show you. We added custom formulas way back. I think it was last year. The recent months, we added the autocomplete pointers. How do they work? Well, let me show you. I have two custom formulas here. The first one is sales estimation per FBA seller or per seller, right? The second one is monthly revenue per seller. I'm just going to open this to show you how it works. On AZinsight, a custom formula allows you to use Google spreadsheet formulas inside the export configuration. That means that when you export something to Google spreadsheet, it's going to process the formula, right? It's going to work on the formula, and then the result is going to be exported to your Google spreadsheet. For example, on this formula, I had the estimated monthly sales split between the number of FBA offers, right? Maybe you want to know, what's the amount of sales per seller, right? So this custom formula allows you to do that. But custom formulas also work with other custom formulas. For example, this one right here. This one is going to work with the result of the first custom formula. And it's going to multiply the result of the first custom formula with the FBA sell price. So it's some kind of monthly revenue per seller. Right? So let's see this in action. I'm just going to click save here. So let's see this in action. Hello, Martin. Hello, View. We just show the FBA shipping profile down here. The FBA inbound shipping profile allows you to see, allows you to quickly change between different inbound shipping profiles, maybe for different shipping types, carriers, etc. Right? And now we are seeing the custom formulas on AZinsight. We are going to see a live demonstration of what happens when we export a custom formula, right? Yes, the record is going to be uploaded to YouTube. Right. So the recording is going to be uploaded to YouTube, yes. All right, so now we are going to see the custom formulas, right? I'm going to export this to my Google spreadsheet. I already had the spreadsheet down here. So now you can see that it's showing the sales estimation per seller, right? There is only one seller here. So it's doing that. And it showed the monthly revenue per seller as well. Let me try to find one with more sellers. All right, so I think this has, yeah, it has 4 FBA sellers. We are only using FBA offers, right? So I'm just going to copy this to my spreadsheet. So now you can see that it's going to take the monthly sales estimation, right? And it's going to split that by the number of offers. It's all right here. On the second column, it's going to take the result from the first column, and it's going to multiply that by the FBA sell price, which should be this one, right? Now, AZinsight already has this down here, right? It's going to show you almost the same thing, but it's only going to show you within a percentage, right, of the lowest FBA price. But here you can take the full estimation and split that between the number of APA sellers or the number of APN sellers. Maybe this is not something that a professional Amazon seller is going to do, right? Only had these two columns. But these examples show you what you can accomplish with custom formulas. Of course, working with custom formulas require needs you need to have a bit of knowledge of the Google spreadsheet formulas, right? Because you need to work with formulas, you need to know how to add formulas and how formulas work. It requires a bit of intermediate knowledge. So this is another major feature that we added on the last couple of months. Another one we added is the sourcing history. So if you are not familiar with the sourcing history allows you to record every AZin that you visit on AZinsight. If you had used ScanEasy, you might know that ScanEasy has that feature. ScanEasy is going to store the AZins that you scan, right? However, this feature was missing from AZinsight, so we added this feature to AZinsight. If you had never used the history function, you need to enable the function on the plugins. So right here, I have this plugin already enabled. I'm just going to save. Once the plugin is enabled, it's going to start recording the AZins that you open on Amazon. Let me show you how it works, right? So for example, I had these three AZins from today, right? Just going to show you the yesterday data. So it's going to store, or it's going to say the product title, it's going to say the category, and it's going to say the bestseller rank, the AZin. And if you use Insight 360, you might be aware Insight 360 is a reverse sourcing tool, right? So if you use Insight 360, it's going to show you, or it's going to store the supplier website, as you can see down here. And it's also going to store the keywords that you use it on the search. It's going to show you the marketplace where the search or the AZin was saved from, right? In this case, is the US. And it's also going to show you it's also going to show you the date and time. But this is on the AZinsight. This is only recording the history of the account that you are using. What happens if you had a team of three assistants working for you? Well, you can enable this feature on your assistant account, right? And then on the web portal, you can access all the information that your team is sourcing from AZinsight, right? You can select if you want to see only one account or all the accounts on your team. You can filter by time. And here on the web portal, you are going to see a bit of more information. For example, you are going to see the product image. You are going to see the product title again, the category, right? The bestseller rank. You are going to see the AZin, the Insight 360 supplier website, right? You are also going to see the keywords, marketplace, date and time, where this AZin was sourced, what was used for the sourcing, right? Scan Easy or AZinsight. And you are also going to see the account, right? The account that sourced this information. You can search on the web portal, right? You can use the search, or you can export all this information to a CSV. Later, upload the CSV to Google Spreadsheets or Microsoft Excel and apply some data analysis uh, to do an in-depth analysis, right? So this feature was added recently, a few months ago, uh, and allow you to manage your team. If you need to manage or review what's your team working on, then you can use the history feature on AZinsight. But you need to enable the plugin first, right? So you can start recording the history. So now this is some features that we had added, right? This is what's new on AZinsight from some major features that we had added. There are other features that we have added, like more um, alerts. For example, we added an expirable alert for agents. But what's coming? What new features are we adding? Well, one of the features that we are working on that we plan to release next month is called AZ Inside Arbitrage. What is AZ Inside Arbitrage? Well, AZ Inside Arbitrage is a new feature or a new panel, right, that is going to show right here on the calculator. What it's going to do? Well, it's going to show you suppliers for the same product that you are looking on Amazon. And it's going to allow you to search for suppliers because we are building a supplier database. So it's going to show you the product image or a similar product image. It's going to show you the supplier product link, right? So you can open the link and see the product for yourself. And it's also going to show you uh, the price of the product. So you can quickly see if the product is profitable or maybe requires a bit of research, right? So all that is going to show down here below this information. It's going to be a new panel that we are adding. So we are working to release this next month. After releasing the AZ arbitrage, we plan to add the AZinsight storefront analysis tool. You might be aware of other extensions that have this feature. So we are adding these to AZinsight as well. So this feature works on a storefront page. It's going to show statistics from the seller, like main category, um, estimation of sales, and all that information that you can see on the storefront, or you might want to see on a storefront, right? Another feature that we recently added is on version 81 of AZinsight. This version is already on the Chrome web store, right? But it's not available to download yet because it's under review by the Google team. But I can show you. Let me just enable the uh, early access uh, version. We added more information on the Insight 360 panel. So let me just show you. Let me just show you right here. So I have this target page right here. Okay, I'm going to reload this. Now I'm going to use the Insight 360 to search for this product on Amazon.com. So if you had used it Insight 360 before, you are going to see that now we had 4 more data points here. So the first one is the total offers. Next, we have the FBA offers and the FBA offers. We also show the estimated monthly sales down here and the bestseller rank right here. All this information is coming directly from Amazon, except for the sales estimation, which is coming from our database. So sometimes the sales estimation might not be available because you might need to open the AZ and refresh that information. But once you do that, then it's going to show each time that you open the AZ. But you can see that we added this information and we also added an option to download all this data. But you need to wait for the data to load because this is being loaded from Amazon, right? So you can see here that this option that appears after all the data has been loaded. So you can download all the results from this search, right, to a CSV file. So the CSV file is going to include the product title. All this information that you see here is going to be included on the CSV file. Then you can again upload this CSV file to Google Spreadsheets, right? Or to Microsoft Excel. And then you can do an in-depth analysis using your tools. So these are some features that we are going to add next month and the next few days to AZinsight. We are working also on other features like our Google Spreadsheet add-on that we are going to talk about on the second webinar 2 weeks from now. So this was what we wanted to show. If you had any question, feel free to use the chat function to let me know. We are going to upload this webinar to YouTube, so you can, if you miss at the beginning, then you can see it on YouTube. Your questions are open. You want to know more about the Google add-on? It's currently on beta, right? It's open for open beta. You can join, play around with the Google add-on. The Google add-on is the Google Spreadsheet add-on, sorry. It's going to allow you to look at data from Keepa, from Amazon, directly from your spreadsheet, from your Google spreadsheet. But we are going to show that on the next webinar. Hello, Ginos. Welcome.
Hi.
We are going to upload this webinar to YouTube, so you can see the. We are currently on the question phase.
Oh, okay. So from AZinsight, they sent this link to me. So that's why I'm coming here. Probably that's meeting is finished now.
Well, we are on the question and answers session. But as mentioned, we are going to upload this webinar to YouTube, so you can check it later and see what we show. We target about some features, and we also target about what we are adding on the next month, new features that we are adding.
Okay. So then I prefer going and check it on YouTube because we are in Eastern time and now is 10 p.m. here in Canada. So
perfect. We are going to
Yeah,
send you an email with the link once it's been uploaded to YouTube, right?
I will be appreciated. Thank you so very much.
No problem.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
day.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye
See you.
bye.
Bye. Bye.
You're welcome, Martin. But if there is no question, then I think we can end this webinar. Thank you so much, all, for well, it should be thank you for your question, Ethan. Should work on our storefronts. Because the storefront is the seller's page, right? The store page on Amazon. I think that other extensions don't have a limit or a list of storefronts where it works and where it doesn't work, right? So most of this data is going to be aggregated from Keepa and the Amazon API, right? I think that the limitation there is going to be that if the data is available on Keepa or if it's not available on Keepa, then it's not going to work. Or it's not going to show, right? Because if the data is not available, then it's not going to show. Jeff, that's a good question. To see the history of the boycott, that's going to be added to the history as well. Actually, it's going to be added the sell price, right? The price of the ASIN at that time that you visit the ASIN, and it's also going to be added the boycotts that you use it for that ASIN for that time, right? Right now, AZinsight has something that you can use. But this is not like you can see that, right? For example, if you go to calculators and you go to autofill bytecode, you can use the last bytecode entered for each ASIN, right? What this does is that it's going to remember the bytecodes that you used for that ASIN. So next time that you open the ASIN, it's going to use the same bytecode, right? But on the history, it's going to be added later. Um, right now, there is no option to see the bytecode. So you're welcome. Can we allow to fill that database in? Do you mean to the data for the storefront? Yeah. Well, for the history, it's going to record the boycotts, right? For this auction right here, it's not possible to upload, right? It's not possible at the moment, but I can take note of that. Yeah, I can take note of that and then consult with the developer team and see if it's possible to upload a list of ASIN and boycotts. So next time that you open an ASIN, right, that's on your list, and you are going to see the boycotts. Well, thank you so much for joining. Uh, yeah, good night. Thank you. So remember, we are going to upload this to YouTube. You are going to receive a link, maybe tomorrow, with an email with the link, maybe tomorrow. So you can check it again if you missed it at the beginning. So thank you again. I hope you guys had a great night, great evening. So see you next time. Bye bye.